Welcome to the second God's Daughter podcast episode. And today we are going to discuss, it was something I wanted to touch bases on, which is the previous episode we spoke about puberty and emotions. And um, I wanted to touch bases on the adversary a little deeper because I did mention it. And in order to do so, let's just break down the word adversary. Is an opponent, right? And I wanted to say that sometimes your adversaries or people I did mention that early previously, they are people and they're sent to test you to see if you're going to focus on the God within. When they come, honey, go within yourself. I know it sounds so difficult, and I'm going to give you a trick that I use that has been working marvelously. It is stating, God is my helper and the upholder of my life. God is my helper and the upholder of my life. When I say that, everything gets better. Everything gets better. It gets better instantly because God worked fast for us. God always works in haste. Always. As above, so below. Always works in haste. So, with the adversaries that are being tested as well, because people around you, they claim to be one thing, but they really not necessarily that thing, especially if they're being aggressive or they being just the insecurities. That's not, God ain't insecure. If you're around somebody that's insecure with themselves and they're trying to force you to compromise your integrity, they the problem, not you. And it's a lot of people that do that. You'll sneeze and somebody will be telling you, "Oh, you sound like you getting sick." Lies you tell. Lies you tell. I sneeze because my nasal passage decided that whatever was floating in the air didn't need to be in my body. That's a natural body action. See, when people don't know how the body work for real, they can't tell you getting sick. They don't get to conjure. They don't get to make spells up. You gotta reject it instantly. Instantly. I had someone ask me the other day, they say, "How many cards you got?" I said, "I got 5 in spirit." I didn't say I only got one. I said, "I got 5 in spirit." Oh, they didn't know what to say. Don't talk yourself out of something because somebody else asks you a question. And then if they're asking questions that are too intrusive because what you're speaking to God about in secret has not been brought out to the public yet, tell ask them why. Back them down. Well, what were you talking about? Don't give them no answers, no responses that will force you to have to change of what you and the God are discussing because you done told somebody don't have no business knowing what it is that you and God are discussing. People do intrusive things, but then you have to judge the situation too with those adversaries. I ain't saying adversary like they hate you. They don't know they being used. They don't know they being tested. Because most folks just walking around, they not in their purpose. They in somebody else's purpose. But they not doing anything to benefit themselves. And if they are doing something to benefit themselves, they're trying to scheme you into doing it for them. I'm gonna say it again. They trying to scheme you into doing it for them. Because sometimes people they be cons, conniving cons, self-motivated cons, completely, and don't see nothing wrong with it. And that's okay for them to do. But you are here because God got something for you to be doing. You must be about your Father's business, and that's what it is. Not about their business. I don't watch the news like that. because I'm not interested in what's happening. God and I create all day and all night. So whatever they creating ain't got nothing to do with me. So when people are telling you, oh, inflation and this and that and the other, no. God, my credit score. God is my lender. God is my bank accounts, my credit, my personal lines of credit, my own banks. God provide everything. All you got to do is ask, and you shall receive. You've already received if you believe. All you got to do is have the faith of the mustard seed. Come on now. So don't let the adversary sneak you up out of what you and God done already agreed on. Don't let it. Don't let them. And I'm telling you, it be people you know. And I also let you know this: they can feel those waves collapsing around you too. They can feel the energy changing up because you'll be doing so well. You'll be feeling so good, not the blue. You'll get a call from somebody that you don't necessarily want to talk to, or for some reason you can't talk to them the way that you used to. That's God moving them out the way. Let them be moved. Don't rush to talk to them. And the one to get on your nerves or say things that you don't like the most, just stop talking to them. You can revise the situation where they don't do that if you want to. But if God is moving them out the way because the season is up, let it be done. Don't call, don't answer, don't text, don't do none of those things. And also, don't allow them to project anything on you, because the truth of the matter is, what you got to be doing to be sitting up talking to somebody all day for, or whenever they call. I ain't talked to you in weeks. What you calling for now? What do you want? What do you want? Nothing. You don't want nothing. Because sometimes people try to call back to get you stuck in a loop, okay? You got to figure out those patterns. Once I realized that certain conversations I was having with people was just loop conversations, I decided that I didn't want to have loop conversations with nobody. Like every time I talk to this person or these people, it's the same conversation over and over again. What is going on? I'm not a part of this loop. I refuse to be a part of this loop because it's not benefiting me in a way that allows me to evolve into the best of myself. When you have people like that are just stifling, and you can tell it because they ain't doing nothing. I can tell you like this: I done lived in a few different states, and each state that I done lived in, when I came back to the original state I'm from, the people was doing the same thing that they was doing before. Had nothing changed. They may have moved from one area to another area, and that was it. That's it. But they were still doing the same thing. Still had the same mindset and everything. And so you have to just be mindful that sometimes people they think they can live your life better than you. They think they can live your life better than you can. And it's really sad that it's that way. And then sometimes when you're talking to people on the phone, you have to be shielding yourself with God's golden oil or God's armor of protection. Why are you talking to them? And rejecting things that they saying, because the truth with conversations, they just want to spill their thoughts out. They ain't really supposed to be spilling their thoughts out to you or nobody else. Go within yourself and have that conversation. Some people can't have conversations with themselves because the world done told them that they crazy if they do. But sometimes some things you need to just go within yourself and think it out. That's the best thing to do because it will allow you to see it from a different angle. Sometimes I might have thoughts in my head. Either I will journal or I'll do an audio journal because we have technology now. You don't have to sit up and write everything down. You can talk it out and then sit back and listen to it and get some benefit from what you're saying off of what you heard. But if you're not even willing to speak with yourself and just get your thoughts under control, that's a problem. But just be mindful that the adversary looks like regular people and they don't realize it. It don't mean that you got to be on guard with everybody, but it does mean that you got to use your scriptures. And I suggest having what I'm going to use, not suggest, I'm going to share what I do. I have a daily scripture. I have two daily scriptures, two sheets of daily scriptures that I use. I have a morning scripture ritual that I do, and I have an evening scripture ritual that I do. And then I have a rejoicing that I do in the middle of the day. And if I miss my rejoicing during the middle of the day, I make sure that I keep rejoicing. I keep saying what I'm thankful about throughout the course of the day. And you can just make you a recording of that where you listen to it if you're able to do it during the day, or just set your timer to do it. But the fact of the matter is, do it. Just do it. And I also share this. One of the ways that I combat just random conversations with people that's not beneficial to me or them either, for real. I'll listen to the Bible on audiobook, and that puts me in a space to where I'm not interested in having a conversation with nobody. And then finding ways to be intentional about life. That's another key. Because we here to create and to have delight. That's my new favorite word, delight. I love it. It makes me feel good saying delight. I'm delighted. I'm delighted. I feel so delighted. It makes me feel good saying that. But anyway, we're here to be delighted, to have delightfulness. We're here to be cheerful and have joy. Don't let nobody tell you you're here to suffer. That's a lie. It's a flat out lie. It is. Well, Jesus, he suffered so you wouldn't have to. Okay? That's what Jesus did. So you ain't here to be suffering. You're here to create. And regardless of what's going on, you make sure that you live in the outcome of what you would like to experience, your goal. I'm not even going to say manifest or desire. Live in the outcome of the goal that you wish to accomplish. You want to be a writer? I'm a writer. I write. So write. Live in it. Study it. Learn about it. Ask yourself questions before you go to sleep. What am I going to write about? What is the book that I've written? If you would like to write, if that's the goal, whatever the goal is, focus your attention there, not on anything other than that. And if someone is bringing something to you that is not of what your focus is, then they are not allowed. That means that they trying to keep you from being about your father's business. And that's offensive. That's an offense that shall not stand. And you have to be gone now. Be gone, Satan. Lies you telling. Whatever mantra or phrase you have to say or hand gesture or whatever you have to use to rebuke that energy, do it. Because this is your life that you are here to lead. And focus on that. Focus on being intentional. Because guess what? Every day can be a celebration. Every day is a celebration. It really is. Especially when you're being intentional. Every day is a celebration, and you can celebrate it how you want. Because all you got to do is be good to yourself, be good to your body, be nice to people. That's it. And speak things like, hey, everyone I encounter is full of love and kindness and well-being in their mind, body, spirit, and finances and surroundings. Everybody that I encounter is like that. You keep saying that, it's just going, you thinking it, You feeling it, you saying it out your mouth. The waves are collapsing around you. So if you saying that for everybody around you, then you're gonna reflect that too, because your thoughts create your reality, right? If you want to be rich, everybody I know rich and have well being in their mind, body, spirit, surroundings. Everybody I know rich. If rich is what you want to be, say that. Your thoughts create your reality. All right, y'all. So I'm not going to hold you too long for this podcast. I'm trying to keep them short. Um, Make sure tools that you would need: a Bible. I use the King James Version of Bible. Um, Pen, paper, a dictionary, thesaurus. Look up words that mean whatever word you like that is a word like happy or cheerful or delight. Look up the synonyms for those words and write them down. Those are the words you're going to incorporate into your daily mental vocabulary, your mind's vocabulary, your mind talk. That's what you're going to incorporate into your mind talk. Words that mean rich, that's what you're going to um, put in your mind talk. Healthy, well, success, love, kindness, joy, those kind of high frequency words. Incorporate those into your mind talk, because your brain be thinking all kind of random things. You just have to control it. Control what your mind is thinking, and always create the best scenario for yourself. Always. And rid yourself of people who think lowly and have poor dispositions of themselves. And understand the scripture. Jesus said every eye ain't going to be open and every ear ain't going to hear. So it's not up to you to make people do what you're doing. God put that in you. And if you got to let some people go for a spell, let them go. I'm going to give you an example of this. When I was studying in university, I received my degree in a in a topic, in a subject that I was studying before I enrolled into university. I was studying this subject on my own before I enrolled. The opportunity to study it and get a degree in this subject became available, and that I took it, and I'm glad I did, because I was studying anyway. While I was studying this, adversaries was coming all over, all walks of life for adversaries. But I had made a commitment to myself that I was going to excel at this, and I did. And I would wear a shirt, a university shirt and hoodie every day. I had one of those little signs of the school, the university I attended, on the wall where I could see it. So everything that I was doing was involved, it involved school. That was my focus. So if anybody was saying or trying to get me to do anything that was opposite of that, I just stopped talking to them, or I rejected it. Like, no, I'm doing this. And I had people talking crazy, because sometimes you have people that's they against college. Some people against this, some people against that. That's fine. Do that. But you ain't got to tell me. You can be on that. But you wouldn't tell the person that's in college that college ain't nothing. That's clearly a lie. And I knew that they was lying, right? And so then I got to the point where I was doing labs and I just had to stop talking on the phone. And people were bugging out because I wasn't talking to them. But everybody knew that I was attending college. I was in university and I had to study. So I can't be on the phone studying if I'm talking to you about random conversations. So sometimes you just have to put people on pause and accomplish what you're doing. Get that done. And if you want to unpause them, you can. If you don't. And keep it moving. But accomplish your goal. If it's too many of them talking, naysaying what it is that you're wanting to accomplish, your goal, let them go. It's so many people on the planet. You shouldn't even be bothered by a handful. It's too many people. To let a handful bother you? No. Especially if when you looking at their situations of their life, if you wrote down what you know about some of these people on paper, they wouldn't be nothing on paper, and I shouldn't even be saying that. But what they have demonstrated thus far in their life doesn't reflect somebody of a high standard. Most of them. So why would you worry about what they say? They don't get to tell you lies. The adversary comes in all forms, shapes, sizes. It ain't just one race of people or one culture of people or one ethnic group or one gender of person. It's just people can be conniving if they feel it's appropriate at the time. And conniving just means somebody that schemes. It's a manipulator. Somebody that manipulates a situation to their benefit. A con, basically. A secretly active person acting out different secrets to get something that they want. It's a conniving person. That's all. But to them, the conniving ain't nothing bad. But if it's causing you to question your own goal, then it is not great for you. They can be conniving, but they just can't connive you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to end it here. Until next time, I wish that you all have unlimited blessings and everyone that you communicate with in any shape or form, or all forms and fashions of communication. I wish that they are all filled with love and kindness, well-being in their mind, body, spirits, finances, and surroundings. And I wish you all the riches and glory that God has to offer. Perfect health as well.